All praise be to the Most High God. I hope that you all are blessed and having a blessed day. This is going to be a video, right? This may be, I may not post for a little minute. I gotta duck out the way. Get my ducats in a row. Title of this video is The Matrix. Now, you hear many people talk about the Matrix, but I'm going to break it down to you all. What the Matrix is. And why, when you begin to talk about how things seem, for lack of a better word, programmed, right? Because we're talking about a matrix. A matrices is a calculus concept. Google that. Get you some knowledge in this thing. Why things begin to look the same. I told somebody this the other day. It seems like a lot of these individuals are the same carbon copy. They are a carbon copy of the same goofy. That be for males and females. When you become a man and a woman of God, you end up becoming so unique and so original that even if you wanted to blend in a crowd of 1 million people, they're going to notice the difference. They notice the way that you talk. They notice the way that you walk. They notice the way that you dress. They notice that you are Neo. The one. There's a red pill and a blue pill, Neo. Right? I say all that to say, I've been blessed. The Creator, the Most High God has blessed me, and I'm constantly thankful, right? To be able to see that this is a matrix. I was talking to a brother today. I was leaving Calculus 3. I have another video. As I was recording that video to go to class, I was late for Calc 3. So this is me leaving Calc 3. This is the same day. Today is January 31st, 2024. We were talking about the saber rattling. We were talking about the war hawk speech that some of these politicians use in order to propagate these agendas. And we were talking about George Orwell's 1984. And I was like, it's funny because if you think about it, they have this thing in 1984 called I think it's called the Think Speak or the Speak Right. I think it's let me Google it real quick. And how it essentially works, the Speak Right, is you stare at this, you put like, I wanted to say you put like glasses on or you put something over your head and you, hey, let me find a picture. It's essentially a computer that they use to edit documents, edit the past. 1984. Highly encourage you all read that book. It's going to be jaw-dropping if you have the eyes to see how George Orwell was on the money. Right? So we were talking about this, and he was telling me how he was in a history class, and they're not even giving people real history. It's watered down. Like, the average person in this country is illiterate. Like, can barely read. Thinks that I had an individual tell me they don't read because it's not important. And I'm like, what? When's the last time you read a book? When's the last time you've thought that didn't have anything to do with what was going on in the world? When's the last time you were creative? When is the last time that you were seeking to improve yourself, your mind, your body, and your spirit? Not because you saw some influencer on social media talking about it, but simply because you wanted better for yourself. When's the last time you didn't use what they call newspeak? The words that the masses use. Many of you all were saying gaslight for a while and didn't really know that gaslight is a chemistry term when gas literally is hit by light and it projects. That is what the concept of, that is literally what gaslight means. You all were throwing around words that you didn't even know where they came from. You all talk about narcissism. What is narcissism? You all talk about ego. What is ego? Share this with a person who keeps throwing that word narcissist around. I'm not a narcissist if I want to get in the gym and improve my health. I'm conscious of my health needing to improve. I'm a narcissist when I think the entire known galaxy revolves around me. And if I'm not in something, it's not worth being in. That's narcissistic. Many of you all are like that. Social media has made many people narcissists. But y'all left that realm of narcissism a while ago. Now you're psychopathic and schizophrenic. I believe that men are, the majority of men are more capable of being psychopathic, and women are more capable of being schizophrenic or having bipolar disorder. I had to go look at that statistic again. I may have misplaced it. However, this is a matrix. Think about this. Since we've been alive, I was born in 96. Since I've been alive, there has constantly been a war or some type of Now, see, our government will say, well, the Congress didn't declare war, so we're not at war. Bro, if we're dropping bombs on people, we're at war. If I go down the street and punch somebody and they punch me back, that's a fight. If we send troops to a nation, military troops to a nation, and we're shooting people, that is a war. You don't have to use all of the political speak. Oh, we're not at war. That what people like to say. Vietnam wasn't a war. It was a conflict. What do you think a war is? Is it a picnic? And I don't even like using that term because I know where it came from. Is it a tea party? Are we eating crumpets? Excuse me, sir. May I have some more tea? None of that going on. It's big lead flying. That's a war. This is the Matrix. This is 1984 and 2024. Oof. Many of you all are slaves and don't realize it. You go work this 9 to 5 for the sake of having a job. So many people have told me, right, since I've been in school, you're still in school? Dang, man, I thought you would have graduated by now. And did what? The economy is collapsing. And did what? Got a job so I can be miserable? There are so many individuals who graduate college with these, air quotations, useful degrees, because I'm going to be the one to say it, because many of these academic advisors don't have the courage to tell y'all, many of y'all degrees are useless. I'm going to just throw that on the floor. If it's not an engineering degree, if it's not a STEM degree, if it's not a higher level degree, like if you go for higher level philosophies and things like liberal arts to the higher degrees, they are useful. A bachelor's in liberal arts may not yield what you think it's going to yield. Geography is a useful degree. Geology is a useful degree. Why? Because a lot of events that are taking place now, geologists are going to have to solve or figure out a way to solve them. You feel what I'm saying? But gender studies, I don't want to be the one to say this and offend anyone, but I have to speak plainly when I say that is not useful. You do not need to waste $30,000, $60,000 on that when you can go online and study the curriculum. However, if you are going to be a doctor, you should have a degree in medicine. You don't want anybody just cutting you open. Go look at some of these degrees these officers in the military have, and you tell me, are some of these degrees useful? What did you get a degree in? Communications. What did you communicate? Because your communication skills is terrible. It is a matrix. You get pushed down a pipeline. They give you your lunch tray. They slap that goulap slop on it. You go sit in a class. They plug you into the computer. They take you out the computer. They tell you to go outside and play, but you can't even play because they programmed you to such a degree that your idea of fun is whatever Big Brother says it is. Oh my goodness gracious. The Matrix. It's real life out here, man. But it's not real life for many of you all because y'all are still plugged in. You still think that working a 9 to 5 is the only way to make money. I've been in school since 2018. And I've still managed to live my life. I've heard many people say, well, I don't have enough time to live life. It'll start when I'm done. Well, we may be going to war because some of these individuals want to propagate war like Oceania. Some of these people want to propagate this war like Oceania. We may not get freedom no more. The more you start to think, the more you start to seek ye first after the kingdom, the more he gives you the eyes to see, the ears to hear. The more you start to be able, a brother today was he was so on the money. He said, you know, when you realize it's a matrix, when you can start predicting what's going to happen. People done said all types of stuff. I'm not going to lie. I had people tell me, well, let me not say too much. Like, how you know that was going to happen? I just looked at what they were doing over the past 10 years. Over the past 15 years, I studied trends. I didn't go to school and just cheat some of these classes. I actually paid attention to what they were trying to tell me, because in the lies, they tell the truth. They teach you in calculus and math, because math is a universal language. Nikola Tesla, shout out broski. If you pay attention to the trends, the mathematical trends, i.e. what they say, follow the money. Let me not say too much. Because they probably already don't like me. The fact that I'm not in the matrix makes me a target. And that's one of the rules to the matrix. You can be free, but you can't free nobody else. Shout out Dr. Sebi. Shout out Nipsey Hussle. You can be free, but don't try to free nobody else. However, just like they tell the truth within the lies, we have to drop the keys within the chains, right? It's a big enough chain, I can drop a key between the links, and you may look down one day and see the key to free yourself. Oof. See, the devil think he's slick, but my God is like a can of oil, baby. On a freshly buffed high school floor. You know them high school floors was getting buffed in the morning. You come in, they got the machine. You know you there too early. That's me. God, I'm here too early. But I'm here now, so I might as well wait. And then you spill a can of oil on that thing, boy, you will be sliding through that thing like them old school commercials. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I like that old school. Right? You know they slide in the room. Y'all remember them commercials? I don't even know what that's called, but when they slide in the room with the white socks, they had the white socks, the white underwear, the white shirt, the dress shirt on, they slide in the room singing. Yes. That's how slick my God is. Don't play with him. Big G God, he the one another too. Okikami-sama. Not the one to play with. I say all that to say, because it's a lot I really could say even in saying what I just said. The Matrix requires you to be a willing participant, just like in 1984. Winston was a willing participant in the thing he was complaining about. Many of you all are willing participants. You clock into these 9 to 5s, but you complain that they're not paying you enough. Why would they? You keep showing up. You complain about these politicians, but you still going to vote. Why would they change? You keep voting for nothing. I'm not saying your vote don't matter. I'm just saying, why are you still voting the same way? See, let me not say too much. It's the Matrix. Why would I change the move if the pump fake's still faking? Still getting them off their toe. Whoop, whoop, every time. You hear about a war, people going in and doing all of this. You hear about a disease, people running to the store and buying tissue. You hear about anything, a politician being a Democrat, the Republicans get angry. My washer and dryer down there acting crazy. You hear about man, look, my bad, I got distracted. What is going on with my washer and dryer? Anyway, Either side of the aisle is going to saber rattle the other side. But now it's to the point where some of these younger politicians are like, nah, both of y'all are tripping. Our people are tired of war. Our people are tired of lies. We have people literally starving to death. We have people literally losing everything because they can't afford to buy groceries, man. Sis, let that account go to collections. Come. Stop tripping over how you're going to pay that internet. You don't need internet. Go to the library. It's free. Let it go to collections. Don't even trip. Sis, stop worrying about how you're going to pay that phone bill when you don't like nobody anyway. Let them cut it off. Pay what you need to pay. Pay that car note. Pay that rent. Pay your lights. Get you some groceries, sis. Take care of that dog. Stop worrying about the matrix. Think about this. Before the invention of many of these new age technologies, the smartphone and all of that stuff, people used to pull up to people's house and just knock on their door because we loved being alive. People want to ask when it got bad, when people started to ask when it got bad. Ooh, now that's one for y'all right there. When did it get bad? When you started to inquire when it got bad. But it was worse before that. You just didn't see it. I wish I could have, what do they say? I wish I knew wish I knew I was in the good old days before I was out of the good old days or whatever. Yeah. That's what happens when you are in the matrix. Life passes you by. That's what that's called. Y'all are in the matrix. You do not need these people to live. Learn how to plant. Get you some seeds. Read some books. Drink some water. And woosah. Right? Drink some water. And woosah. Give me 1 second. And guess what you're going to have to do after you drink that water? Before you even drink that water. Before you even drink that water, I'm going to offer you a choice. I have a red pill and I have a blue pill. Now see this blue pill, you take it, you're going to wake back up at home, you're going to forget this conversation even happened. You can go back to the matrix, working at 9 to 5 for that boss that you hate, going back to that man or woman that really don't satisfy you. And you're just with them because the world told you that they were a good pick. Eating the same bland foods, doing the same mundane task, or or you can take this red pill. Oh, now let me tell you about the red pill. Now, it's not about them brothers who on social media talking about they high value men. I don't know what pill they took, but it was clearly one of deceit and confusion. But see, this red pill I'm offering you is going to open your eyes to the truth, to what's really going on. You may not even need food no more because you're going to be self-sustaining. Everything around you is going to appear to be as it truly is, and not these fake mirages that you keep seeing every 20s. Like, I thought I just saw. There will be no deja vu because you will be aware of all things always. No subterfuge, no smoke and mirrors, no deceit, no illusions. Your power will be given back to you. Finally, for the first time in your life, you will know that power is not how many holes you can punch in a wall. It's not shooting lasers from your eyes or teleporting. Power is the ability to have sound mind and good judgment. And many people don't have that. Most don't have that. Why? Because they took that blue pill. You are going to transcend even what you thought was your peak. And the thing that was your peak will become your base form, Goku. Chi-Chi. So, you have a choice. Are you going to take the red pill and open your eyes and see what cannot be seen, hear what cannot be hear what cannot be heard, feel what cannot be felt, transcend the untranscendable, dive to deeper depths and soar to higher heights? Or will you take the blue pill and return back to the matrix. The choice is yours, brothers and sisters. Truly, God bless. May He watch over you. May He guide you. And may He open your eyes, because I know what you don't choose. Peace.